Monday morning. Isn't it Monday morning?
Yeah.
Let's go sailing. You ready?
Yeah.
The boat's all ready. Well, all right. Cabrit's been our home for a while. Go check out the main island of Guadeloupe. Here we go.
After 3 weeks in the Saints, we had learned a couple of things. First, the Saints is one of the coolest places to cruise in the Caribbean. Second is that the wind is almost always blowing very hard in Guadeloupe and its surrounding waters. Before we had even left the protected bays of the Saints, we were already seeing wind approaching 20 knots. We were headed for Pointe-a-Pitre, 20 miles away over a stretch of unprotected, rough water. The wind speed and direction weren't ideal, but it was the best we had seen in over a week. We motor sailed into open water where wind and seas increased, then began to set up our first tack, which we hoped would allow us to clear the easternmost point of Basse-Terre and make it all the way to Pointe-a-Pitre in just one tack.
We're out here.
Yes. And the wind's pretty strong. But we're sailing. We've got the motor off. We're into like 35 degrees, but pitching in less than 45 is helping me keep the boat upright. It's pretty windy and choppy, but this is the best day that there's been for many days. I think the other days it would have just been impossible to go.
We bashed along, close-hauled, in some of the worst sailing conditions we'd been in a while, more and more realizing that the winds, waves, and currents were pushing us inside the point and we would have to tack.
We're getting closer and closer to Guadeloupe. Not necessarily closer to that point that we're trying to get to. We have the sails very reefed. The Saints, Cabrit, and the Berg. See them. Back.
We pressed as close into Guadeloupe as we could, hoping for a wind change that never came, before finally deciding to tack back out to clear the point.
There's always one tack that just is worse than the other one that doesn't feel right. It's definitely this one. I have no idea. The boat just is not responding well. I think it may be the wind angle or some current or something, but yeah, I'll be glad when we tack back the other direction, because this one is, I don't know.
Less than ideal. Okay, so we are back on the better tack now. We decided we think the other one dead into the waves. It was just not a productive time. We are headed toward the point.
And we think we're gonna make it this time.
Alright, so up there is the point. At least we're not pointed over there, which is what we were doing on our first tack. There's a couple of other sailboats out here. Smart people are going the opposite direction of us. There's some other fools headed our way. Okay, so we have made it to the point, which it's kind of funny. If you look on a map, it's hard to even tell that there's like, you know, a bit of land that juts out, but we made it, although the land just keeps on going that way. But yes, so now we have a little bit more room off the wind to sail.
All right. Well, we're only about 4 miles out from where we'll turn on the motor and head into this bay for the anchoring. But yeah, the sailing's gotten a lot smoother now, and we're just kind of moving along. We've got the head sail rolled in, and we're motoring. Here you can see the flat side of the main island of Guadeloupe. It's to starboard. The more mountainous side is over here behind that squall. Behind us. Heading on in. There's an opening. We're going to go into a little bay. I think I can see it right up there. Wow, that crossing was legit. I mean, that was just like, I don't know, the same as, you know, crossing between two of the big islands. I'll be glad to get the anchor down. How about you, Lindy?
Yes, glad for the anchor.
Yeah. All right, coming in the entrance. Looks good. I see a couple of anchorages. Right there. There's that big ship that went by us. The tugs are pushing him around. I think we're gonna drop the main sail here in just a second. See if we can find a spot to anchor there.
It had taken us close to 6 hours to make it across that 20-mile stretch of water. We were worn out and glad to be in the protected bay around Pointe-a-Pitre.
Well, we're here and we're all set up, but there's been squall after squall coming over since we got here. I'm glad we're not out there sailing anymore. We're all anchored. I think we're just going to stay on the boat, especially if it just keeps doing this. But yeah, a lot of rain. How'd we do? Did anything break during the passage?
Nothing broke, but stuff was certainly all over the place.
Yeah. Well, it looks like you've got it all cleaned up.
Yeah.
What's for dinner tonight?
You're going to have duck breast.
Oh man, awesome. I can't wait to eat some duck breast.
So, one of the things about duck is that it has this really thick layer of skin and fat. So the way that you cook it is to render the fat off. So you score it, and that's what I'm doing now. And then I'll put it in the pan and cook it skin and fat side down until skin side gets super crispy. Start this in a cold pan. You don't put any oil or anything, and you cook it low and slow. We're gonna see if it's ready to be turned. Looks like it. Look at that good crispy skin. We got some beets and some hearts of palm, cucumber and onion and carrot and daikon radish. I'm gonna put a little tomato, and then the duck will go on top. And I've got a little jar to save the glorious duck fat.
Wow. That is a masterpiece of a salad. Ooh, we got some Parmesan going on top.
Just a little sprinkle.
Nice. While we watch some Netflix here in Pointe-a-Pitre. What a wonderful way to end a rough day of sailing and a rainy day at anchor. We knew we'd sleep good, and then... All right, so now it's the next morning. Still had a pan full of duck fat. So I'm making one of my famous smorgasbord scramble things, we'll call it. Got some potatoes going into the duck fat. Then we'll put some mushrooms, onions, bell pepper in there. Maybe anything else we can find around. Throw some cheese in the mix and fry some eggs on top. Oh yeah, the water maker's running. Making water all the while. Okay, we got the mushrooms in there, sweating the onions and peppers. Got some fresh thyme I'm gonna throw in there and some tomatoes at the end just to heat them through. Got my cheese out, and then we'll do the eggs. Oh yeah, it's coming along. Water making's done. Lindy's just chilling over here, researching Pointe-a-Pitre. What email did we get?
They are going to send our warranted transducer to the marina here. Somebody's coming tomorrow, so they're going to bring it and drop it off.
All right, cooking continues. This dish looks like it's screaming for some smoked paprika. Healthy dose. All right. Add in the tomatoes and the fresh thyme. Put that on a plate with cheese on the top, and I'll cook the eggs real quick. Got the veggies out and cheese on them. Add a little extra duck fat to add to the party. Oh yeah. Eggs in duck fat. That's what I'm talking about. Nice. Okay, and this is a trick I learned from my buddy Daniel that you saw we were cruising the Chesapeake with when we were rafting up all the time. Add some water to the eggs and put a top on it, and you don't have to flip them, it steams the top. Okay, they're probably about done now. Oh yeah, perfect. All right, time to get them on the plate. Okay, breakfast is served. All right. This is going to give us some good energy to go exploring Pointe-a-Pitre. Let's see what it tastes like. Oh yeah.
You've got cheese on your face.
Dig in.
Full of a night and morning of calorie loading, we were ready to set foot on the main island of Guadeloupe. We decided that today we would check out the area around Marina Bas du Fort. Bas du Fort is a huge marina with all kinds of boats, including giant mega yachts. As we've said of Martinique and the Saints, Guadeloupe is a part of the country of France. And after nearly 2 months in these French-speaking islands, we were growing more and more accustomed to this interesting mix of European and Caribbean culture. The area around Marina Bas du Fort was loaded with all kinds of shopping, and we took the opportunity to reload on our supplies after our 3 weeks in the relatively remote islands of the Saints. After our shopping, believe it or not, we were getting hungry again, so we ducked into an unassuming little spot for a snack, which to our surprise ended up being one of the craziest restaurant experiences we've had.
Okay, so we just happened into this place. They have like tablecloths and fancy knives and copper cups. And the guy just started talking French to us and bringing food out. We haven't even ordered anything. He's cooking in a fire pit over there. Wow, this is fun. It just got better. This just came out. It's duck breast, duck thigh, beef, sausages. We don't know how much it may all cost, but it looks delicious. I'm about to dig in. Oh my gosh. I don't even feel like there's anything missing, but I'm so full. I feel like I've eaten like 4 pounds of meat and that's still left. That's the chef right behind me there. The transducer got delivered. Nice. There it is. So we'll get to have another fun session of make a big hole in the bottom of the boat, but we're not going to do that right now. Lindy is making us a picnic lunch there. Some wraps. Yeah, and we're going to take a dinghy ride down the River Salee, which is up in the harbor even further. So it's going to be pretty cool. The island of Guadeloupe, this main island here, it's actually 2 islands, Grande Terre and Basse-Terre. I may be saying those right. And they're separated by a tiny mangrove river where they kind of come together. Guadeloupe people say it's shaped like a butterfly. So the center of the butterfly is where the river is. So we're going to go up into the harbor through the mangrove river, and then we'll emerge on the north side of the island and get to take a look up there. I think it's going to be pretty cool. So yeah, that's the excursion this morning. We're just going to tool around by the mangroves, eat our lunch in the river, and then river cruise on back out. This is pretty cool to see.
This giant bay on the north side of the island gave us another perspective of all the areas we were waiting to explore on the beautiful island of Guadeloupe. We were planning to be here for the good part of another month and could tell there was plenty to do on this diverse island.
Right back up in there. Pretty cool.
Alright, we've found our picnic spot. Got the anchor thrown out here. Beautiful.
Stay tuned for our next episode where we explore the historic city of Pointe-a-Pitre and then begin to cruise east along the coast of the island of Grande Terre.
Oh, sorry.
That's okay.
Wait, start over. Oh, wait, it's zoomed way. Okay, there we go.